Something's not adding up with Mikayla's big beauty launch, and fans are starting to notice. From confusing product messaging to shady influencer reviews, her new brand POV Beauty is raising more eyebrows than it's filling in. It's been less than a month, and already there are whispers of fake hype, misleading marketing, and a shipping fiasco that's left customers fuming. So what's really going on behind the scenes? Let's break it all down, because this launch might not be as flawless as it looks on Instagram. This is L. Subscribe if you're new, and like this video to see future updates. You can also follow me at Celebrity What If. Thank you all so much for your great and kind support. Watch the full video. We break down Mikayla Nogueira's POV Beauty. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. When Mikayla dropped her first ever brand, POV Beauty, the internet lit up with excitement at first. It was her big moment, a full glam beauty influencer stepping out with something of her own. But instead of a bold makeup line or dramatic lashes, Mikayla launched with something unexpected: skin prep. And that's when the questions started rolling in. Sure, she's known for her full beat looks and iconic transformations, so the idea of skincare, or rather pre-makeup skincare, felt a little off-brand to some longtime fans. Why skin prep? Why now? The concept made sense in theory. After all, flawless makeup starts with a solid base, but the execution, that's where the sparkle started to dull.
This is the only review that you need to watch before you buy anything from the brand point of view. Mikayla launched a brand, and this is a skin prep line. Yes, a lot of you might wonder that skin prep has always been there, and we have been doing makeup, we have been putting moisturizer before makeup. Isn't that skin prep? You're absolutely right. But the fact that she has now defined and carved out a different category within skincare called skin prep, that is genius.
People weren't just confused, they were conflicted. Was this a smart business move that showed a new side of Mikayla, or was it a calculated pivot trying to ride the coattails of skincare trends without fully committing? And things only got murkier from here.
Typically when you buy skincare, you never actually know if it's going to work with your makeup. Is it going to pill when you layer all this different skincare together? Is it going to be cakey, patchy, bring out the pores and texture? Is it going to cause irritation? A creative point of view, not only to give you that skincare you crave, but to also take out all the guesswork when it comes to applying it with your makeup.
As soon as POV Beauty hit the scene, so did the discourse. Mikayla's audience was split. Some praised her for stepping outside the box, while others were left wondering if she'd forgotten what made her a star in the first place. Mikayla has always been the queen of contour, glitter, and full glam tutorials. So launching with something as subtle and stripped back as skin prep, it didn't quite compute for everyone. Some supporters argued that it made perfect sense. If you want your makeup to look flawless, the base mattered. And Mikayla framed it like she was solving a real problem: skin prep that actually worked with makeup instead of making it slide around or pill. But if that was the mission, why was every campaign photo showcasing her in a full face? Viewers were confused. If this was all about skin, why were we barely seeing hers?
I would use this type of a moisturizer at night in the dead of winter. If you have Ilia, you don't need something like this. Calling it the barrier bolster technology, that's just a marketing term. Great marketing team, by the way. I'm into it.
That disconnect set off alarm. People didn't know whether to treat POV Beauty as a skincare line, a makeup enhancer, or just another influencer brand using buzzy language to stand out. The vibe was unclear, the branding felt inconsistent, and in the influencer world, confusion is rarely a good sign.
Made in Korea with a potent blend of Korean-inspired ingredients.
Let's be real, a skin prep might sound revolutionary, but dig a little deeper and it starts to feel like skincare with a fresh coat of influencer gloss. Mikayla pitched POV Beauty as a whole new category, something uniquely hers, and for a moment fans ran with it. She wasn't just launching a product, she was creating a lane, or so it seemed. But beauty veterans and skincare lovers weren't buying it. Strip away the fancy terminology, and what you're left with is a standard skincare routine dressed up as something new. Cleanser, moisturizer, serum. Nothing groundbreaking, just a repackaged ritual. The only real twist, Mikayla claimed the products were specifically formulated to work together without causing peeling or ruining your makeup. That part did catch some attention.
Really love the packaging of the brand. I think it's really simple and it doesn't take away from the product itself. Sometimes packaging can be a little distracting.
Because if you've ever layered 5 different products under foundation only to end up with a cakey, flaky mess, you know the struggle is real. Mikayla promised to solve that, but even then people started asking, do we really need a whole line for this? Do you need every single product in the bundle to get good results? Or is this just upselling disguised as a skincare revolution?
All of these have laid absolutely beautifully, no pilling. I'm gonna reapply more of the lip, do my makeup, and I'm gonna come back to show you how everything lays together. I'm back, and I have to say my skin and my base is looking absolutely stunning. This is what I use to prep my skin before I do a makeup look, and I honestly haven't found anything that I like as much as this, and I can say POV has now just changed that. And I'm not just saying that because Mikayla is my friend in the industry and I have to be nice with my review. I actually truly love these products, and my skin has never looked this good while using products that aren't my two tried and true.
Mikayla was quick to label her skincare line as Korean inspired, a term that immediately caught attention because, let's face it, Korean beauty is the gold standard in skincare. But it didn't take long for fans and creators to start questioning what that actually meant. Was it just the aesthetic, the ingredients, the formulation process, or was it a subtle way to borrow credibility from an industry known for innovation and effectiveness? The controversy started brewing when Mikayla was seen replying to comments on social media, and those replies seemed to blur the line between inspired by and actually made in Korea. That's when the red flags went up. A creator who specializes in Korean beauty products called it out, pointing to how Mikayla's responses gave the impression that her line was authentic K-beauty without ever directly saying it. And that kind of fuzzy messaging didn't sit right.
Well, Mikayla just launched her new skincare brand called Point of View. She's really highlighting the fact that it's made in Korea, with a potent blend of Korean-inspired ingredients, worked alongside Korean chemists, packaged by Korean hands. And so now people are calling it Korean skincare. And as someone who is a K-beauty content creator, it got on my radar, and I'm like, no, this is not considered Korean skincare. And you might say, Mikayla never called it Korean skincare. But when you have Mikayla, the brand founder, liking comments like this is so exciting, not only a skincare brand, but a Korean skincare brand, Elite, and even responding with fire emojis. All of the comments thinking that it's Korean skincare, liking, commenting. It conveys this message that yes, this is a Korean skincare line, without explicitly saying it herself.
It's one thing to take inspiration, it's another to capitalize on the trust and prestige of another culture's beauty standard without the transparency to back it up. And in a beauty industry where authenticity is currency, Mikayla's vague branding started to look more like a marketing tactic than a tribute.
Mikayla Nogueira just announced her new skincare line, Point of View Beauty, and there's already drama. After teasing some sort of project on her socials, Mikayla announced that she is launching a skincare line called Point of View Beauty, and it's all products that are supposed to make your skin look amazing under makeup. While anything that Mikayla launched would probably get some sort of backlash or criticism, this time it feels a little bit different because there is already an independent beauty brand in Quebec, Canada called POV Beauty, and the founder has spoken out about how Mikayla launching under the same brand name has felt like a betrayal. The Instagram story was in French, but translated, betrayed, sad, angry, humiliated, and heartbroken. This is how I feel at the moment about the launch of Mikayla's brand. I feel like someone has just sawn off both my legs, that someone has stolen my greatest pride. I don't have the words to describe how helpless I am. It's been almost a year since the brand existed, and to see that someone is taking your name, your concept, when you have invested all your savings, your passion, and much more. I don't know how to react or what to do right now. It saddens me to an unimaginable point. How can we do this to a small queer Quebec business that doesn't even have the means to defend anything? Mikayla has not addressed the situation at the time of recording.
As the product started landing in influencer mailboxes, reviews began flooding TikTok and Instagram, but something felt off. Every video sounded eerily similar. The same buzzwords, the same glowing praise, the same I'm obsessed energy, often delivered just minutes after applying the products. It didn't take long before fans started asking the obvious question, were these reviews real or was everyone reading from the same script? The backlash came fast. Under Meredith's review, a glowing one naturally, commenters weren't holding back. You can't review skincare after 10 minutes, one person wrote. This feels like a first impression pretending to be a full verdict. Another said bluntly, did the PR box come with a script too? To make matters worse, Mikayla wasn't reposting every review, only the ones from her influencer circle that followed the narrative. Anything with even a hint of critique, even if mostly positive, was conveniently left out, and that's where things really started to unravel. When every review sounds like a carbon copy, people stop trusting the message and start questioning the motives.
This is sick. Okay, so I saw it like this, and then when you open it, look, the little spatula just pops up there.
Literally the coolest thing I've ever seen. When you turn it like that, it gives you the spatula. Go like this to get it out. It's literally genius.
Look at how rich that cream is. And I'm a dry skin girly, so I need something that's gonna be like so thick and cushiony and fluffy.
It is due. Oh wow, this is really, really fluffy. I'm going to take just a little bit, add a little bit here and here. Oh, okay. That feels like whipped cream. Super cooling.
More packaging, okay, love that. Whip it for step number 2. Ooh, this is really cooling.
It all felt too controlled, too polished, and curated. And in an era where audiences crave transparency more than ever, this glossy rollout began to look more like damage control than genuine feedback. Suddenly, the POV and POV beauty didn't feel like your point of view. It felt like hers, rehearsed and repeated. While the beauty world argued over marketing and messaging, a much bigger issue was quietly boiling over, and it came straight from POV Beauty's most loyal customers. The ones who signed up early, the ones who saved up and ordered during the pre-launch, the ones who believed in Mikayla's vision enough to buy in before a single real review hit the feed. And what did they get? Delay emails. Fans who ordered on day 1 started getting notifications saying their products wouldn't ship for nearly a month. Some were told their orders wouldn't go out until April 21st, weeks after launch hype had peaked and fizzled. One commenter summed it up best: "I had early access, I placed my order, you took my money, and now I'm being told I have to wait for a restock." It felt less like a smooth product launch and more like a pre-order that no one admitted was a pre-order. The POV Beauty Instagram quickly turned into a complaint section with frustrated fans asking where their packages were, why they were charged with no follow-up, and why no one was offering clear answers. Some even wondered if Mikayla had underestimated the logistics, or worse, overpromised a launch date before the inventory was even ready to go. And if the products are made in Korea and then shipped to the US, that raises even more complications. Tariffs, delays, supply chain issues, it all starts to add up, and not in a good way. At a time when Mikayla needed glowing customer reviews to sustain momentum, her biggest supporters were stuck refreshing tracking pages and wondering if their trust had been misplaced. The launch was supposed to feel luxe, exciting, seamless. Instead, it's giving chaos in a branded box. So here we are, less than a month into Mikayla's big skincare debut, and what was supposed to be a groundbreaking launch has already hit more bumps than a bad breakout. From muddled messaging and influencer copy-paste reviews to packaging that feels more budget bin than beauty boutique, POV Beauty is off to a rocky start, and that's before you even factor in the shipping nightmare. This isn't just about Mikayla. This is about the state of influencer brands in 2025. The lines between content creator and entrepreneur are blurrier than ever, and consumers are starting to demand more than pretty packaging and influencer hype. They want transparency, consistency, credibility.
Made in Korea.
Alright, so here's what I meant earlier. It has to do with politics. Donald Trump just announced a 25% tariff on Korean imports to the US. That means your cost of goods just got a lot more expensive overnight. So either margins tighten or prices shift. That's a serious curveball, especially for a new brand.
So can Mikayla turn things around? Absolutely. A strong restock rollout, honest reviews from everyday customers, and a clearer brand identity could change the entire narrative. But if she stays silent while reposting curated praise and ignoring criticism, POV Beauty might go down as just another influencer vanity project that couldn't hold up under real-world pressure. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about everything down below, and I'll see you next time.